Just a testimony of our company. How many of you guys went down to Sneads Ferry that are here this morning? Raise your hands. Who went to Sneads Ferry? Okay, Raven, Michael, Matt. Where's Ruben? Yeah. Yep. Okay. This is the letter we got. Mr. Johnny Sides, American Way, Lexington, North Carolina. Dearest brother Sides, I do not have the words to express my gratitude for your unselfish and compassionate generosity. If you ever doubted you were used by God, know that you have been through the help rendered to me and others, residents of Sneads Ferry. Sending help to Sneads Ferry is proof you were truly used by God. Not only did your generosity to the crew significantly help me, I was able to direct them to other members of the community that needed assistance and are also grateful. Your obedience and generosity placed help in the area well before county government, relief agencies, and assurance adjusters could begin their work. It's an area that could have been so easily overlooked in light of the damage suffered by larger areas, but through the grace of God and your obedience, that was not the case. Through circumstances beyond my control, when the storm struck, I had no homeowner's insurance. When the storm cleared, it was obvious I was in a desperate situation with no insurance, the amount of damage, and having to figure out the recovery process alone was overwhelming. Despite my senior status, I was determined to make it through. How that was going to happen, I did not know, but despite the way the circumstances looked, I knew I had to continue to stand in faith. For me, I had no choice but to stand in faith, despite how grim the circumstances looked. Then I received a call that your guys were in the area offering help. Having retired from law enforcement, I have not seen the best of humanity. Although I had agreed to have Michael and your men come to the house, I was very suspicious. I was initially concerned that scammers had already descended into the community, but then I met Michael and your crew. Michael was very clear what the mission was and that the instructions given to him were not to accept 1 cent. I knew God had answered my prayer. The only problem then was I was not used to being in need or having to depend on others, but I had to get over it and get over it quickly. I'm so grateful you were there for me and others like me. Your men arrived that morning and went to work immediately as if they'd been sent to help. And not a stranger, but a family member. After spending most of the day at my house, they left to help someone else and continued to do so. To have told them thank you and to express the same to you seems so inadequate, but it is heartfelt. Know that you're always welcomed at my house. When I first met Michael, he briefly mentioned he's been planning to work toward a mission trip before the storm struck. It's not much, but I want to sow into his calling. Please give the enclosed check to Mike for his missions trip. May God continue to favor, bless, and protect you, your family, and the employees of Side Seating. And it's signed sincerely, Margaret from Sneads Ferry, North Carolina.